Yeah, Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom, boom, room, chat already getting. Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom, boom, room, chat already getting. Push back on the ramp, yeah, the stream's about to roll. Flows like a pilot, but the rhythm got that soul. GA pistons humming, feel the throttle when it kicks. Then he jumps into the airbus, call him Leo sticks. Biz jet sleek, 737 on the climb. Checklist reading clean, every switch is on time. IFR mine with a V and far swagger, but the landing's on deck. He don't bounce, never stagger, yeah. Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom, boom, room, chat already getting. Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom, boom, room, chat already getting. Green light in the chat, steady sipping on a yak. Trying to keep it level, but he almost spilled it in his lap. Laughing as we cross check out to meter looking right. Rock say sticks, that boom boom room hitting different tonight. Captain Will rolling in, always dropping that support. OG in the tower, giving love from every port. Community strong like a crew on a long haul. Everybody locked in when Leo makes the call. Yeah, Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom, boom, room, chat already getting. Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom, boom, room, chat already getting. Peg, VF arm, Leo's dialed into the flow. Cross checking every column like it's running ATC control. FMC loaded, sided lock, perf data tight. Flex him said he launches heavy, birth into the night. Interceptor localizer, needle split, then a line. Need a slope alive, he calls it out before the diamond shine. Windshield warning bark, but he rides it like a king. Correcting with precision, rudder inputs clean. Configure on schedule, flash notch by the book. VREF nail perfect, come and watch this approach cook. Touchdown stove stable, main gear kiss with finesse. Leo's landings hit different, auto brakes handle the rest. Yeah. Flight levels climbing, vibes aligning, turbulence ain't stopping nothing. Boom boom room, open wide, engines roaring, bases thumping. Vibe some sim, skies lit, and the chat stay fly. Leo hits that autopilot, let the stream glide by. Yeah, Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom boom room, chat already getting. Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom boom room, chat already getting lit. Yeah, Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom boom room, chat already getting. Leo sticks, 86, hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight, cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies, yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom boom room, chat already getting. Push back on the ramp, yeah, the stream's about to roll. Flows like a pilot, but the rhythm got that soul. GA pistons humming, feel the throttle when it kicks. Then he jumps into the airbus, call him Leo sticks. Biz jet sleek, 737 on the climb. Checklist reading clean, every switch is on time. left arm mine with a V and far swagger, but the landing's on deck. He don't bounce, never stagger. Yeah, Leo sticks, 86. Hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight. Cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies. Yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom boom room. Chat already getting Leo sticks, 86. Hit the switch, we taking flight. Real world flows, checklist tight. Cockpit glowing through the night. General aviation, props to the heavies. Yeah, he flies it all legit. 10K up, boom boom room. Chat already getting green light in the chat. Steady sipping on it, yeah. Trying to keep it level, but he almost spilled it in his lap. Laughing as we cross check out to meter looking right. Rock say sticks, that boom boom room hitting different tonight. Captain Will rolling in, always dropping that support. OG in the tower, giving love from every port. Community strong like a crew on a long haul. Everybody locked in when Leo makes the call. Yeah, Leo sticks, 86. Hit the switch, we taking flight.
Yo, what it do? What it do, flight crew? It is your boy Leo. Let's get it. Happy Monday. Ride with me to start your week off aboard the Fenix A320 featuring the CFM engines, sharklets, all of the good jazz. We'll be riding on down to Tampa this evening. And let me get my alerts and stuff back on. Zato coming in with another 24 months, 2 years, baby. Hey, what it do, Zato? Welcome aboard, bro. Appreciate the support. Gia's in the house, is out of BMO with it. Hey, you know it. You know it. We got ATC cracking right now. I guess we better hurry up before we lose them like we typically do. But we did get a PDC down to Tampa via the Turks 8 arson transition. Then pretty much as file with the squawk 0555 on out. Climbing via the SID, expecting 3601 minutes after departure. Departure is, of course, on 119.7. Briefing you up for this trip here, guys. We'll be cruising at flight level 360, taking a block fuel of 18.2. We're going down with 139 souls on board, and looking for a zero fuel weight of 126 pounds. So we're looking good there. Good to have you all aboard tonight as we get the festivities started early. Yeah, so we're sitting here in Baltimore, cold and dark. We'll hop aboard and get this party started. Now, there we go. I was gonna say, why is that not working? So yeah, I hope you all are having a great start to your week as we kick everything off this evening. So a little bit behind. Y'all know I normally do 9:45. I literally just got in the house. I'm testing this time out because I want to take part in Friday's FNO, which is featuring the Northeast Corridor and my home airport. So that starts at 7. We can't start at 7. So 8:45 is the earliest probably that I can start. So it looks like we may be able to do that. I was rushing a little bit. But we are on time with the start, I guess. HD's in the house is wow. First I'm hearing your intro song, Leo. Nice one, bro. Oh, appreciate it. Hey, that's something new that we started doing maybe one stream ago. Somebody put me on to some AI stuff. That's like AI, bro. It's pretty dope. It blew me away. I'm not gonna hold you. So we wrote up some lyrics and did some stuff, and it turned out absolutely awesome. I really like it. There's a second version of that song too. So yeah, all right, that's what we got going. We are signed in to VASM. Let's go ahead and get this party started before we lose our control. I wonder if Big Ralph is on tonight. Nope, that's Evan. I talked to Ralph earlier. None of these controllers are right, so oh well. At least we got some coverage. All right, let's jump aboard, gents, and get this party started. Good to see you all aboard tonight, indeed. And we'll get the tunes down a little bit as we get everything started up here. One more thing I need to do. Let's see. Let's go here and start you. Okay, it's already running. Cool. All right, let's go here. We'll go ground services. Oh no, my flights. We'll import from here. Let's see what our time is. We'll need to adjust this. Current sim time 14:46. So we'll say 15. Let's just say 15. We'll say 15:20. All right, cool. Ground services, we already got GPU, chocks and cones. L1 door is open. Cold and dark, first flight of the day. We'll come on up and get bat 1, bat 2 on. We'll go emergency, not emergency, but external power. Crew supply can come through the on as well. We'll hold off on the fuel pumps because we do have to fuel the aircraft. We'll get a little overhead lighting and stuff going. That's all good. Open view. That's all fine. We'll get our squawk code put in here momentarily. We'll get some brightness on our displays here. And we'll get ready to call them up to get some people boarded here. Alright, we'll go arm, and then we'll go no smoking sign. Oops, I need to start that program. Spawners in the house. Didn't plan on it, Zato, but you know, we'll see what happens. If anything, it'll be Charlotte. I initially planned it, but then I was like, man, that's going to be kind of long since this first leg is long. But we'll see what happens. We'll get no smoking sign on. Seatbelt sign can stay off for now as we've got to get fuel. So let's come here. We'll go mass and balance. And we'll get ready to get loaded up here. Let me just make sure that my weights are concurrent. 139 there. Cargo 4597. All right, cargo is concurrent. And planned fuel load is 18.2 and 18.2. We've got 6,600 in the tanks as of right now. So we're gonna go load aircraft. We'll do boarding and refueling. And we'll come up top. Go nav on those 3 Chingasos there. We'll put you there. We'll swap you over here. And we will get planned up here. Peter, what's going on, Peter? Yes, I'm getting the PMDG. Gotta have it. JJ says probably fly to Andrews, Dulles, and DCA just cause. Maybe even depart Potomac. Where you going, Jay? Says about to have a blast on Friday. Yeah. So I'm gonna fly. I plan Friday. We're gonna do probably DCA to Boston and back. We'll do the first leg in the day, and then we'll come back into DCA under the lights. That's what we're gonna plan. All right, so we'll grab our init request there. Flight number is what's our flight number? F9 1286. Cost index is going to be 46. And now we are rocking something a bit different. We'll talk about it once we get up. It's another little cabin passenger simulation called Universal Announcer. And we'll talk about that a little bit once we get up.
Locking gear.
And we're cruising at 3.6. Now, we'll wait on the zero fuel waiting block and final block fuel. We'll come over to here. Terps 8 Arson. We're looking at going off of runway 28. So departure, runway 28. Looking for the Terps 8, which is here. And where is our Arson is our transition. We'll insert that. Coming down to Tampa. Looks like we're coming in 01 left. Let's see what transition we want to use for that, which is probably going to be Lago or Lagu. We'll add that. ILS 01 left. Our star is, let's get our approach transition. Lagu. And then our star is the Dades 2. BAAMF is our transition into that arrival. We'll insert that. Let's see here. Let's go into plan mode. We'll get constraints on. And let's step through our flight plan here to make sure that it looks good for us. Coming out. Let's back it out one notch here. Coming all the way down the coast. There's Dades, 5,210. J Storm, there's our discontinuity. And then we'll make right base and pick up Lagu. Going from 5,000 to 2,600 is what we got. We'll leave that discontinuity in there because we don't know what our stipulation is going to be down once we get to the Sunshine State. We'll come over here. Let's get some preliminary planning here for our departure perf. Dry. We're going to do flaps 1+F, force toga no, anti-ice is off. Packs are going to be on. We'll get our final weights here momentarily. We'll sync our weather. And then we will wait to get our final load sheet before we need to get our stuff here. 27.8. I don't know why my radio panel doesn't work with the Fenix. Like my numbers does not work.
It's runway 33 left, runway 33 right. Departing runway 28, 33 right. Notices to air mission VFR aircraft, safe direction of flight and aircraft type. Simultaneous approaches are being conducted to power runways. Rethink all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel. Baltimore Washington International Airport ATIP information hotel 0154 Zulu. Westcom. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 0. Dew point -5. Altimeter 3027. Arrival aircraft expect ILS or visual approach runway 33 left, runway 33 right. Departing runway 28, 33 right. Notices to air mission VFR aircraft, safe direction of flight and aircraft type.
Alright, we got hotel on board. We'll set altimeter 3027 on both sides. Alright, that's good. Let's see. Why this thing is so low in this aircraft. We may not be talking about nothing. Alright, so we're all set up pretty much. We're waiting on the alignment to come in. That's in 1 minute. Let's see what we got here. 16.7. We're still taking on fuel. Let me check one other thing here. Not sure that they've loaded the cargo yet because of fuel. So we'll give it a second here to see once we're done here. But yeah, once we're done fueling here, we'll go ahead and get the fuel pumps on. And I forget what we were taking. We're taking 18.2. No, 18.2. Yeah, I was right. Got some residual coming in on the fuel. Retired firefighter is in the house. What's up, bro? Good to see you. Happy Monday to you. Hope all is well. Let's see what we got. We're gonna have Baltimore. $119.7 is what we got. We don't have ground or tower on here, so approach is going to be our next guy. So we'll get him in standby. All right, good. We haven't gotten everything done here. Nor have we gotten our final load sheet. Now, why are my passengers not working for this daggone thing? I tell you, boy, this Phoenix can be temperamental sometimes. Alright, so let's do this. I'm going to go. Why is this not letting me reset it to load it? Here, let me just do this. Let me re-import here. And we'll set it for 320. Update, go to mass and balance. We're going to load, and then we're going to go instant. That's how we're going to address that. Oh, you know what? I don't think it didn't call up GSX. That's what it was. That's what it was, gents. All right, so we're going to send this to McDo. I think I have it off for the 320. Let's sync our final load sheet here, sync our weather again. We'll calculate. That gives us a V1 of 148, rotating at 148, V2 of 149, flexing out 65 degrees, and neutral on the trim. Flaps 1. We'll send that all to the McDo as well. So we're good there. Let's see. Let's take a look at our top altitude for our departure is going to be 17,000. So we'll bug up for 17. That is fine. We'll come here. Fuel pumps can all go through the on. And our spot was 0555. We'll get that in the box. That is good. Other than that, guys, I think we are about ready to push here. We'll swap over to
on your side, please. Your boarding pass shows your definite AB2 will be on your right and the EF will be on your left. Carry on to not black aisles or exit must be still. The number has been here, seat or underneath the seat in front of you. Hold access to the vessel with the left facing out towards the aisle. Place your small and personal items such as backpacks.
So this is Universal Announcer giving you some actual Frontier announcements here.
Please review the safety information card and suspect for list of extra requirements. If you do not meet the requirements, you do not wish to or cannot operate the exit, or you feel like you'll be injured performing the action listed on the card, contact the flight attendant for receiving. Once again, welcome aboard.
Alright, so we'll get that closed. What are we looking for here? Let's come up top and get the APU on. Seatbelt signs can come through the on as well. And we're waiting on flap open. Something is beeping here. Let's see. Are they trying to load cargo out there? Yeah, they are. Okay, so it was jiving with GSX. Okay. So it doesn't like doing it when you got to get fuel first. So that's why I normally separate it. But all right, we'll let them load this up and then we'll be good to go, guys. Some last minute cargo stuff coming aboard. And this thing does not want to sit still. All right, that should retired firefighter says, all good, thanks for asking, hope all is well with you and your family. Yeah, everything is great, bro. Had an awesome Thanksgiving, great food. My lady's birthday is Friday, but I got her what she asked for. She wanted, they're having like a rerun of the Kill Bill series in theaters. It's like 4.5 hours. She was like, yeah, I want to go to that. Cool, go right ahead. FNO for me. FNO for me. Because I wouldn't be able to go even if I wanted to, because I'll be at work. But it starts for her at 7. I'll be off by 8. Yeah, can't make that one. JJ says about to download Universal Announcer. All right, yeah, we'll go through it a little bit. I'll explain kind of how it works. You do need the Fenix installed to get it to work, I think. I don't know what happens if you don't have the Fenix, but it works for any aircraft. That's what I like about it. It works for any aircraft. Alright, so it looks like they are done loading here. So let's we never started the APU, we'll get that on. And the announcements are automatic. So I'm looking here at the panel. I'll show you guys this. Currently playing none. So now it's waiting for the engines to be running or the ground speed to be 1 knot. And it'll play the armed doors. Some airline, now this is airline specific. Some airlines arm the doors before they push back. Frontier obviously arms them before the taxi. Alright, APU is up. APU bleed can come on. External power come through the off. We'll come down here. We'll get you guys closed up. We'll go chocks and cones. We'll get rid of GPU. Are you going to close? Alright, good. Alright, so we're pretty much ready to push back. I don't think... Let me see where I'm at. I shouldn't need to call for push because we're inside the alley here. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll call short of, what's that? Short of alpha. Alright, let's go GSX. Prepare for pushback and departure. No de-ice treatment.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
We'll go beacon lights through the on.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Which I didn't even have to call them up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Frontier Airlines Flight 1286. Departing from Baltimore and flying to Tampa. Our estimated flight time is approximately 2 hours and 10 minutes. We kindly ask you to pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information even for our frequent flyers. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal fitting into the buckle until you hear a click. To tighten, pull the strap. To release, lift the buckle. Please remember that your seatbelt must be fastened whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated. At this time, please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and ensure that your window blinds are open for takeoff and landing. All mobile phones and electronic devices must be set to flight mode. Laptops and larger devices should be securely stowed during takeoff and landing. Please note that smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are strictly prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories.
Move the
In the event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop automatically. Hold the mask firmly towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe normally. Remember to secure your own mask before assisting others. Life vests are located under your seat or between the seats. To put on the vest, pull it out, place it over your head, and fasten the straps. Inflate it only after leaving the aircraft. Special
so
life
we're going
vests
to
for
push
children
back
are also
something like this here.
Floor-level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked. Please note that there are 2 exits
And then have homeboy pull us up.
here of the aircraft.
Alright, we're going to save that.
Release parking brakes, please.
Alright, gents. Let's come down here. We'll go on. And TARA. That's all fine. Parking brakes.
Commencing push. Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Let's get it, gents. All right, let's roll on 2. I think the external start sounds for the Fenix is
Right, so we can have your attention for just a
a
moment.
bit trash.
Features wherever up and seats back position. Any can please verify tray tables are up and seats back in suitable upright lock position. Any can item under the seat in front of you should be pushed all the way forward so your row is completely clear. Make sure small electronic devices are held secure in a seat pocket. And at this time, if you pull out that safety information card in the seat back pocket,
All right,
you
rolling
follow
on
along
1.
to demonstrate the important safety features of our aircraft. The seatbelt is fastened by inserting the metal end into the buckle. The seatbelt should be worn low and tight, pull the loose strap, and to release lift up on top of the buckle. There are 2 doors. The seatbelt should be worn low and tight across your lap. In addition, there are 4 door exits. Our aircraft has 8 emergency exits. There are 2 door exits in the front and 2 door exits in the rear of the cabin. In addition, there are 4 door exits in the cabin, 2 forward on the wing and 2 aft of the wing. In addition, evacuation
I'm getting a
plates automatically
double
open,
sound
and the slide at the forward and aft exit door mainly is around
speakers.
An additional life raft is located in overhead bin as noted on the safety information card. Red and white signs overhead and lights on the floor leads to all exits. Take a look and find your nearest exit. Keep in mind, it might be behind you.
Left is clear, right is clear.
In the event of a water evacuation, use the life vest on your seat. Remove the vest only when instructed by a crew member. Pull the red straps up with the detonator and remove the pouch. Pull the tab to one side to remove the vest. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist and insert the end of your buckle. Pull to tighten the vest. Once outside the aircraft, pull down sharply on the red tab on the front, or pull into the red tube near your shoulder to inflate the vest. The vest is equipped with an activated light. The location and use of life vests for small children can be found in the safety information card. If needed, due to loss of cabin pressure, 4 oxygen masks run from the compartment overhead. Pull down on the mask until the oxygen tube is fully descend to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth. To adjust, pull on the elastic tab on the other side. Make sure to adjust your mask for assist any child or another passenger, and although oxygen is flowing, the bag may not inflate. Federal aviation regulations require passenger compliance with landed information sign, posted placards, and crew member instruction, including information on seatbelts and smoking. Smoking of any kind, including the use of electronic cigarettes and paper sleep, is not allowed on this aircraft as includes the laboratories. Federal law prohibits tamper with, disabling, or destroying laboratory smoke detectors. Thank you for your attention. Please sit back, relax, enjoy.
Alright. I don't know why I just cut off like that. Alright, so we are good to go. Let's see here. 19.7. Let's call him up.
Southwest 4326, runway 28, clear for takeoff, wind is calm.
28 clear for takeoff, Southwest 43.
And we have a hotel on board. And Baltimore approach, good evening. Frontier Flight 1286 in the alley short of Alpha with hotel ready for taxi.
Frontier Flight 1286, atomic departure. Hello, runway 28, taxi at Alpha, Charlie, uniform 1.
Runway 28 via Alpha Charlie, uniform 1, Frontier Flight 1286. Alright, let's see where we at. Alpha Charlie. Alright, cool. So we come out here, we make a left, immediate right, keep across. We'll get taxi lights on. Brakes released. Alright, gents. Let's get on down to 28. Brake check. Brakes are good.
Southwest 4326, radar contact, the altitude leaving.
4326,
I'm getting some framies here tonight for some
Southwest
reason.
4326, roger, climb via SID, maintain 14,000.
Up the Columbia SID up the 14,000.
Westbound zone, Baltimore. Charlie.
Potomac approach Cherokee, November 101 Juliet Foxtrot is with you at 2,500 VFR. Looking to get flight following to Bay Bridge.
I know that airport. Sits right to the right of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Nice little airport there.
November 101 Julia Hotel, squawk 5542.
5542, 1 Juliet Hotel.
November 121 Julia Hotel, radar contact 3 miles east of the Baltimore via wire, 2,500, proceed on course.
Proceed on course, 1 hotel, 1 Juliet Fox, or hotel.
Here's uniform, and then that right there is uniform 1.
Cabin crew, seats for takeoff.
So that announcement was triggered by me turning on the landing lights.
Flight attendants, so please prepare the cabin for departure at this time.
May have to call them up here. Potomac approach, Frontier Flight 1286, holding short, runway 28, ready to go.
Frontier Flight 1286, wind is calm and runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 28, Frontier Flight 1286. Alright, approach is clear. Down the runway is clear.
And Seabird 2 minutes
Toga's in chat if you got them.
ready for taxi to Half Hotel.
Speedbird 2, Lima, Juliet Heavy, Otter. Let's see, runway 28, taxi via Bravo, Charlie, uniform 1.
Bravo, Charlie, uniform 1 for runway 28, Speedbird 2 minutes late heavy.
Alright, gents, y'all ready for Tampa?
Speedbird, southwest, 4326. Unfortunately, the next sector just closed. Radar service terminated. Big state change approved. Have a good flight to Richmond.
Go to you, com 4326, have a good one, thanks.
Spool them up.
You as well, sir.
Alright, man, Flex 65 SRS runaway, auto throttle blue. Airspeed is alive. There's 100 knots, neutralized. Rotate. Positive rate, gear can come up. Taxi lights and runway turnoffs can come
Frontier
off.
Flight 1286, radar contact, south, you're leaving.
Frontier Flight 1286 passing 1,700.
Frontier Flight 1286, roger, climb via SID.
Climb via SID, Frontier Flight 1286. Alright, looking good, gents. Slaps up, flaps up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened whilst the seatbelt sign is on. We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin. Remember that smoking is not permitted at any time. This includes e-cigarettes. In just
Not on this flight.
we will commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to choose from our fresh selection available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also purchase a selection of fresh beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept all major credit and debit cards.
American 2046, Potomac, Scott Approach. Hello, cross Baltimore, 10,250 knots. Washington lands north, Baltimore altimeter 3027.
3027, and we'll cross Baltimore at 10,000 feet 10 and speeds 250.
Alright, coming past 8,200. Top altitude is 17,000. Excuse me. DC center is off, so we'll be released to the dark side here shortly.
In Baltimore departure, seatbed, 2 minutes late, is holding short.
We are still hand flying her.
Seabird 2 Lima Juliet, heavy, wind calm, runway 28, clear for takeoff.
Landing lights and wing lights can go off. There's 10,000. We'll picture on down and get our climb speed here.
Frontier Flight 1286, unfortunately, that sector is closed. Radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Hello, YouTube. Have a good night.
Over to the dark side, Frontier, Flight 1286. Thanks for your help. Appreciate the support. See you next time.
Good night.
All right, looking good, gents. Looking good. We've been just released. We'll get that frequency set here momentarily once we hand it over to AP1. And we will open up the boom boom room here momentarily as well. Good to have you guys aboard tonight. Good to have you riding with us. If you're just coming in, do make sure you throw a thumbs up on the stream, as it definitely helps us out, helps the algorithm. And if you enjoy
November
the content,
121, Julia Hotel, Bay Ridge Airport, 12 o'clock, 8 miles before the field inside.
definitely consider
Looking at the
subscribing to
field
the
right
channel.
now.
We've kind of had a little bloom. We've plateaued out there for a little bit, but we've kind of had a little bloom. Guys, we're over 3,600 now on the subs, so I guess we can set our sights on that 4K.
Wow, Beaver 2 Lima Juliet, radar contact might be a SID.
Fine, be a SID. We're receiving the flight heading.
All right, we'll hand fly it on up to transition, which here in the United States is flight level 180. Speed's looking good. What did we say? We was going up to 3.6, so we'll bug on up now to 3.6.
Breaking 2246, Baltimore, restart Atomic with a question.
Always happy for a question. What's up?
Do you cover us all the way into Washington or just past Baltimore VR?
Unfortunately, I don't cover all the way to Washington. Normally, if the next sector would be online, I'd switch you over right above Baltimore.
Perfect. Thanks very much, American 2246.
Okay, so that's good to know.
And American 2246, just for your reference, you're totally fine now as your reference. When I give you the Baltimore 10,000, you don't have to descend right to 10,000 right where you are. You can, plan your descent across Baltimore there. That way it saves you a little bit of gas.
All right, AP1's
but
engaged.
You're totally fine where you are.
Yeah, American 2246, we copy. We meant to, it went down earlier than we were supposed to tell the autopilot to go down, but thank you very much.
Not a problem, just let me know.
As we look out down towards DCA,
Approach 1 Juliet Hotel.
This is the river.
The field site.
The Potomac that you
November
guys
121 Juliet
love to fly
Hotel,
down.
thank you very much. You can change
DCA
the
is right there.
Frequency change approved. Thanks.
I do believe we're going up to 3.6. Let me just double check that. I think it is 3.6. Yeah, 3.6. All right, cool. Let's get switched over to the dark side. 228. Increase the range here to 80. We're all set, guys. We'll bring the flight attendants off in the back. We're all set for our ride down to Tampa. All right, tunes can come on. Change this instead of looking good on the climb, gents. Some CFMs screaming. JJ says, what do you think about the updated 737? I haven't seen anything on it. I've just been letting them, whenever it comes, it comes. Like, I get that it needed to be reworked and everything, but I mean, at this rate, I feel like we low-key gonna get GTA 6 before we get the damn 800 over in 24. But I've heard good things, that the textures look nice, looks redone. Yeah, I don't know. Some things, man, I purposefully stay away from watching the publicity, you know, because I can have a bit of a way with my words sometimes, as you guys know. And I hate for it to be hyped up just to fall short. I mean, I enjoy the NG in 2020, even though it's not the best texture-wise and things like that. I do think that PMGG has fallen off since the old days. I do also think that they need to step their game up in terms of texturing and modeling and things like that to compete with a lot of the newer developers on the scene. Just the term PMDG doesn't necessarily hold as much weight as it used to, in my opinion. Unless, of course, you're speaking to one of the fanboys that, you know, just swears by PMDG. If the texturing on that thing is as good as it is with the iFly Max 8, then we're in good shape. But seeing that one little image of the lighting panel that you can adjust the cabin lighting now, it's just like, I knew that they seen that pretty much from the iFly, and like, yo, we got to step our game up. So I'm hopeful. Yeah, I'm hopeful. Yeah, Jez says they got too comfortable with no real competition back then. 100%. And just the mere lighting panel, them showing that off tells me that they seen the iFly and the immaculate lighting that the iFly features. You know, it was like, yeah, we got to do something like that, boys. We gotta. And the truth is, they have to step their game up. 2024 is a total different beast than 2020 is, as far as texturing and looks and things like that. So yeah, I agree. I think they do have to step their game up. I'm gonna get it just because, yeah, I do want it. But anything new that's in the pipeline, like they're gonna have to definitely show me. You know, they're gonna have to put their money where the textures is and show me. And then again, bro, I'm not super excited because, in all honesty, I really don't like how they did it. Like, PMDG nickel and dimes you for everything. 2020 wasn't, in my opinion, 2020 wasn't incapable of good textures. I mean, we've seen that with the iFly. Hell, we see it with the Phoenix. 2020 wasn't incapable of good textures. So with that being said, you know, I don't like the fact that they say, well, we had to rebuild the model. Now, I understand if you're implementing some of the 2024 features, like the drag models and what you call it, the tire friction models and tire deformation and stuff like that. I understand if you've got to implement certain parts like that, but to do it on the scale of saying that, you know, and then charging us for it, when a lot of other developers is like, yeah, no, it's gonna be a free update when it comes, I think shows the greed of the company. Jen says, do you think they'll still try to make the Max 8? That's hard to say. I kind of do. I think that they eventually may at some point, but I don't think that we'll see it before the 7.4 comes out. It's possible that they've already gotten a good amount of work done on it, being as though they have that contract with Boeing. I feel like that takes priority, but I also think that whatever they did have, they've gone back to the drawing board ever since the iFly Max 8 came out. Because that thing was honestly top notch. But I think at some point we will see it. I mean, just look at Phoenix, right? Phoenix was up in a rut because, you know, over the A350. I think that they'll eventually do the A350. Look at them, you know, recently announcing the Neo. I mean, you've got FS Labs jumping in there and bringing theirs out, their A321 Neo. And then now Phoenix is like, you know what? Screw it. Because the Neo was always talked about, but it wasn't ever confirmed. And I think what happens is developers be waiting to show progress or to say something about it because they want to show something good. But then if you wait so long that another developer jumps on it, then you're like, oh, come on, man, I was doing the Neo. Like what happened with any builds and Phoenix as far as the 350. I think Phoenix had announced the 350 or that he was going to do a 350. And then there was nothing. Like, you know, that's just been a tactic that's been used. Oh, I'm a develop this aircraft, which usually keeps other developers from doing it. Because obviously as a business, you want to, you know, capitalize on all of the funds that you can. You don't really want the competition. And so I guess when any announced theirs and dropped theirs, Phoenix fell off of wanting to do the 350. But that tune changed with the Neo. You could argue the same battle with the Neo and the FS Labs A321 Neo. So yeah, I don't know. Adelaide says PMDG is greedy as hell, not buying anything from them. I 100% agree with you. PMDG is 100% greedy as hell. There's no need to charge us for the update. Even if it is, I don't even know what they said they're charging for it. Maybe it's $10, maybe it's, I don't know. I have no idea. But I know, I don't think it's gonna be 10 damn bucks. I really don't. But I don't think that they needed to really, especially when all of the other developers is like, yeah, we'll do a free update. They could have even did it like any builds, right? With the A300. We'll give you compatibility, right? Out of the gate, we'll give you compatibility. The aircraft will work, it won't crash, you know, anything like that. However, we're gonna go and rework some things and create a newer model, a few versions ahead that implements a lot of the features of 24. Any builds is calling that their premium A300, which I rebought that thing. So they look at their cost to return rate, yeah. SNA Aviation is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Welcome aboard. Just as we got to cruise. SNA is, they said, a cup of tea, but who knows how much PMD's cup of tea is. Yeah, Starbucks prices. Too damn expensive. Oh, and then this went out. Hold on, what's up with my overlay? Y'all don't be telling me when my overlay goes out. Let's see. BWI. Here we go. But yeah, I mean, oh, we got Jacksonville Center on. Knowing my luck, they'll be off by the time we get down there. But yeah, I don't know, man. PMDG is, like you said, greedy. I mean, just look at how they did the release of the NG in 2020. They released the damn 700 first. Before we had any 737, they released the 700 first. Now I'm betting that the 800 was probably close to being done. I mean, model-wise, you just chop a little section of the 800 out. You know what I mean? System-wise, it's pretty much the same. I'm betting that 800 was pretty close to being done. And they were like, nah, we're gonna put the 700 out there first. Them fools ain't got no 737. Everybody wants a 737. Even though the 800 was the most popular variant, they put the 700 out there because they know people was jonesing. Now, I myself was jonesing as well. However, I like the 700 better than the 800. I love the little 700. So I wasn't, too worried about it. But that was a strategic move to capitalize on the cash flow. They're gonna start doing subscriptions. Yeah, I'll be out. You can count me out on that. Did you see that? I forget the company's name, but there's fixing to be a scenery subscription service. That's like, I think it's like $16 a month, where you get like 100 sceneries. From the developers that entered. I think it's only a handful of developers so far, like 6 or 7. But you get all of the sceneries for free. Well, not for free, you're paying a subscription to it. I don't know how I feel about that. I think it'll be cool for somebody like me, a streamer who flies to different places often. I think it'll be cool. But if you stick to your area, or you fly mostly GA, or you not really visiting a lot of countries or a lot of airports, it's pointless. Yusuf is in the house. What's going on, Yusuf? Good to see you, bro. It's been a minute. Hope all is well. I'm doing well. Gia says, I wonder when they'll have the 700 out for 24. I just think they're doing it backwards. You can't tell me that the 700 is not progressing in parallel with the 800. It's the same concept that I just explained for 2020. You can't tell me that it's not progressing in parallel. But now they know that they've learned from their mistake in 2020, so they're gonna put the 800 out first. They're gonna put the 800 out first. But yeah, I don't know. They're gonna take their sweet old time with it. They have the release only for the 800. Yeah, the 800 is all they announced so far. But again, it's the same system, so why not bring the 700? Eventually. I think they will eventually. Even though they said it was only for the 800. I think that's all they're aiming as far as release initially this year is the 800. But I do believe that they're going to bring the 700. You can't not bring the 700. I mean, as money hungry as they are, they know that once 2020 completely dies out, they ain't going to have nothing to stand on as far as that is concerned. Because remember, not everybody is going to buy this 747-100. There's a good chunk of people that ain't gonna buy that. Now maybe the 744, they can get that out. But you gotta realize the 100 is in a class of its own as far as being old school. A lot of people ain't gonna buy that. So I don't think that they're gonna get a huge source of income from that. But what other options do they have? Hey, let's bring all of the NGs over, and maybe if they get a max out, then they can cash in on that. Jess says, how long did it take for them to bring the 800 out after the 700 in 2020? I couldn't even begin to tell you, bro. I don't remember that far back. SNA says, I thought they were doing all the variants at the same time. No, they say they're just focusing on the 800, but come on, bro. We're computer guys. You can't tell me that the same systems. The only thing different is the dynamics may be slightly different. Slightly. Like the 700 climbs way faster than the 800, right? Same damn plane, same systems. You can't tell me that you're not progressing, you know, in parallel on that thing. Even if you was to copy and paste some stuff. They said if it goes all to plan, we'll have all of the variants by Christmas or end of the year. Well, we got 30 days. 30 days to the end of the year. I don't think we're gonna have all of the variants. Now, I do know that some streamers have gotten their hands on the NG, the 800. But excuse me, guys. I don't think we're going to see all of the variants by the end of the year. That's just my opinion of it, though. Said it in the V1 interview. Well, it's good to be optimistic, right? It's good to be optimistic. I mean, that's no different than any other developer saying, hey, release date on this date and then not delivering. You know, they're just sticking their foot in their mouth because, I mean, we've got literally 30 days. And if they do manage to release all of the variants by the end of the year, then that lines up with what I just said about it has to be possible for them to be developing all four of those aircraft, the 600, the 700, the 800, and the 900 ER in parallel. Yeah, that's what I think, JJ. That's my opinion of it. I think they're sitting on it. They're focusing on the most popular model this time around, which is the 800. But, you know, that's subjective. I like the 700 better than the 8, but and if we're talking, you know, the sheer amount of Airbuses, I think the 800 is the way to go first on this one. JJ says, not happy about paying. I've seen nothing that makes me feel like they should charge. If it's over $7.38, I'm not picking it up. I mean, I'll get it just because, I mean, it's part of my profession here. You know, PMDG is not usually giving away stuff. So I'll probably get it just to have it for stream purposes. But no, I agree. I don't think that they should charge. If every other developer was charging from 2020 to bring their stuff to 2024, then I would say okay. But when we have developers like Fenix and even the freeware guys like Fly-by-Wire and other aircraft, when you have developers like that are doing it and it's compatible and it's working well in 2024 and they're not charging, and it begs to differ why you guys are charging. But it goes back to what chat said a minute ago. PMDG is greedy. I like the company. I just don't think that the name holds the weight that it used to back in the, you know, FSX P3D days. They're taunting the sounds, but they're mid compared to Boris, and Boris will have his updated quickly. Yeah, when anybody focuses, any developer focuses on sounds, like, it's like, once you've had a taste of Boris, it's like, nah, bro, don't try to entice me with sounds, because you know and I know, and we both know that Boris has got this on lock. Nobody is gonna be using the default sound set. And I highly doubt that you can come close to Boris. Fenix is another one that has some really good sounds. Now, I think that Fenix can do some work on the exterior sounds, but maybe that's a 2024 bug, because I remember the exterior sounding pretty damn good in 2020. But yeah, you can't entice me with sounds, bro, unless you know, especially since I've heard Boris as far as the NGs. Like, Boris is the man on that. Again, the 777 sounds, I don't care, because Boris is in the house on that, and them joints are sweet. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, don't say, oh, we got a whole new sound set, bro, because I don't care. As long as Boris has a sound pack for it, I don't care. I'm good. JJ says, this is why Fenix is the best. In your opinion, gave us excellent quality, some new features for free 50. Exactly. Feason says, what's going on, bro? Welcome aboard. Says, hi, long time no see. Yeah, it was the holidays for us. Well, one holiday. We just had Thanksgiving last week. So we, you know, took some time off to spend with the family and getting things together. Did a lot of cooking. And I don't have any of those pictures on my... Or you know what? I can't. I do. I got a couple of them, I think. Let me see if I can find them. But yeah, did a lot of cooking, guys, over the last 4 or 5 days. Hope you guys' Thanksgiving was well. Definitely fun for us. Thought about trying to get a stream out there on Thursday, Fridays, but we had company over. I had my brother over from Wednesday to what, Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. And then I just used freaking Sunday just to recoup. I mean, we were going off of like 4 hours of sleep, 5 hours of sleep from Wednesday to damn Saturday. But yeah, I mean, either way, I'm excited just to, you know, have the NGs over here. As long as they're not charging like 30 bucks or even 25 bucks. I mean, I don't know what I would be happy paying. Maybe 5 or 10 bucks. I really don't know. But you know, it is what it is. We all know JJ says we're gonna get Phoenix's PW Neos before FS Labs gives us. I hope so. I've been saying for a long time that Phoenix can slam the market, and this is before FS Labs announced or started doing that thing. I was like, yo, Phoenix needs to do a Neo. Like, we have a free one that was okay, but a full fidelity Neo would slam the market, bro. Even though we're already saturated with Airbuses over here. I think Active Sky. We're back to using Active Sky. We haven't used Active Sky in so long. I think it is doing a update here. Yeah. But yeah, I think that, you know, I would always say that Phoenix could have definitely cornered the market on that, but again, man, you say you're gonna do something and then you take forever in the day to do it. I mean, that's where I like any builds, is because any builds, like, you get a quick notification that they're doing it, they show some progress, and then boom, it's out. Now, albeit they do have some bugs when they first release, I personally haven't experienced many bugs, if any, with like the A350. I haven't gotten the 340 yet because I refuse to buy it from the marketplace. But like, they get their stuff out quick and it looks good, and you know, they spend the first week or two focusing on, you know, systems bugs and stuff like that. Like, it can be done. Phoenix could put out the Wright brothers plane and not buy it. Yeah, I agree. Yo, what up, Greg? Big up, brother. Good to see you. Good to have you aboard. Gary's in the house. What's up, Gary, man? Long time, bro. Happy belated Thanksgiving to you as well. Good to see you, bro. You been doing any flying lately, Gary? Hope all is well with you. Drink, guys. I'm thirsty. But yeah, I mean, I like Phoenix, but I think Phoenix moves a little slow. And I get it. He likes his perfection or whatever. But in a competitive world, it's just like, if the determining factor of you doing the aircraft is if another developer starts it or not, then you'll back off of your project. If that's what that means, then why not do it in any builds, you know, standpoint? Give it and let us know that, hey, it's early access. Yes, you still gonna get some people complaining, but early access and start implementing things, you know, it will kind of beat you out on the competition. Definitely beat you out on the competition. JJ says the lady K-Pilot who made the tablet for the Phoenix was caught on Volanta in a Neo with the registration G Phoenix back in early 2025. So they've been in the works for a while. That's good, bro. That's good. Yeah, I like the FS Labs. I just flew the FS Labs the other night. Honestly, this flight here was supposed to be in the FS Labs Neo, but I couldn't find the Frontier livery for it. So I had to default to the Phoenix. Gary says, building a new gaming PC. It's here now, gotta get it loaded. Nice, bro. Nice, nice. What'd you go with? What system specs did you go with? I'll probably be rebuilding my streaming PC. So I have 3 PCs, right? I've got this pre-built one here that's just my streaming PC. That's what you guys are seeing the stream on. Then I have my gaming PC, the one, if you go back a little bit, probably what? I don't know, a couple years old now. I got that one here. And then I have my other one that stopped working that kind of forced me to build this one. I'm going to rebuild that one probably first part of the year and replace this pre-built one and use that one as my streaming PC. But I want to build it strong enough to where I can game on it too, because ideally I like to have a flying setup and then my ATS and driving setup on the other PC. That's what I want to do. So you guys may soon be seeing another PC behind me if we rebuild that one and get it to what I want. JJ says, feel like performance of the FS Labs has gotten worse. Last time you flew it, had some weird stutters. I can't say that I've noticed that. I can't say that I've had that. I had to build a new one about 2 months ago. Same RAM. Has gone up almost $400. Jeez. That's crazy work. That's crazy work there. All right, looks like Jack Center is still holding on. We are getting ready to cross into, we're about halfway through, what's this, North Carolina, South Carolina? Where we at? Yeah, we just now, not too long ago, crossed over into North Carolina. So we'll be catching Jacksonville just as we cross over into South Carolina. So we'll need to step up and grab us something to drink here before we get to them. Gary says Intel Ultra 265K. I ain't heard of that one. Is that the CPU? 265K. ROG Strix 5080 GPU, 64 gig of RAM, 2 terabyte M.2 Gen 5 SSDs. Oh, nice. You stacked up, bro. Yeah, I'm a save, and when I'm ready, I'm a 5090 it, bro. I think this one is still pretty good on this 4090. But I definitely want the extra VRAM. I had to refresh because I had messed up and turned my weather off, but as you see, we got the accurate weather now loaded in. I tell you, Active Sky has come a long way. We just started trying it out again on last couple of flights. I should have been using Active Sky when we went hurricane hunting back with Hurricane Melissa into Jamaica. It would have been a nice depiction, and I didn't even think about it. I forgot I had it for Flight Sim. Looking at the 5090, we didn't want to see the office on fire. You know, you can do that, Jay. You know, 2024 is a lot better optimized, in my opinion, than 2020 was. I'm seeing guys with way less system, you know, do just fine on 2024. So I'm not surprised at all. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Hey, look at that crosswind, 125 knots. Gang, we're only making 384 across the ground. Jeez. Imagine if we was going west. Not a chance. Not a chance. It says it can be done. Yeah, especially if you're using frame gen. Frame gen definitely helps out a bit. But what most people don't understand about frame gen is that it does knock off a few FPS, right? Because it's gotta perform that frame generation. It's gotta use some of the system to perform that frame generation. The easiest way to see an example of that is if you fly X-plane and you use what is that program called? Lossless scaling, right? You may be at 50 FPS, right? As soon as you start lossless scaling to go and generate and do frame gen, you may go down to 45 or even 40 FPS because it's got to use some of that performance to generate those extra frames. But when you do, like I said, as long as you got decent frames to start out, it's smooth as butter. Zato says, so once I actually breathe and running 2024 sim update, yep, I'm on the SU4 beta as well. Performance across all planes, including the new 350 update, is much more bearable. Some drops here and there, but they're bearable now. Now, I know some drops can be tweaked out. There's a couple settings, I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'll have to pull my settings up when we land. But it's like off-screen pre-caching or something like that, I think is the setting. A lot of stutters come from that. Most people run that at medium or something like that, or high. But that off-screen pre-caching, you want that on ultra. Because what that does is it keeps everything off screen, like in its memory. So it's not having to generate as you look that direction. That's one of the big ones as far as stuttering. I do get some stutters here and there when I look. And that's just because, like back at BWI, I had a bunch of VATSIM traffic plus a bunch of say intentions injected traffic, which there's a known bug in say intentions right now with Sim Update 4 that can cause some performance loss. So that's why I closed it out when we were in Baltimore, and I said I'm getting some framies. I closed say intentions out, and they went back to normal. But we've since opened it up. Damn it, I missed going to get something to drink. That's Jacksonville Center here. 35925. We'll tune him and I'll run and grab something to drink really quick. Because technically we're not quite in his airspace yet.
Dear guests, we are pleased to inform you that the lavatories are now available. You may also use approved electronic devices in flight mode. Cabin service will begin shortly. Thank you for your attention and we hope you enjoy the flight.
13592. Alright, we'll put him there and stand by. I will be right back, guys. You guys have the airplane. Let me grab myself something to drink right quick. Right back, folks. probably say, man, Ortho just got to contact me. He just riding. Let's hop on over and grab Jackson in the Ville Center.
That is the CAN, is in the CAM.
Roger. ISR 689, I have an amendment to your route advised, ready to copy.
Go ahead for ISR 689.
ISR 689, clear to the Orlando Airport via direct Newman, that's November, Oscar, Mike, November. Join the signpost re-arrival, maintain a flight level 320. Correction, maintain, oh sorry, yeah, that was supposed to be. Maintain flight level 320.
You're clear with Orlando, direction Newman, November, Oscar, Mike, November, join the signpost 3 and maintain 320 for ISR 689.
J69, read back correct.
In Jacksonville Center, good evening. Frontier Flight 1286, checking in flight level 360.
Frontier 1286, check center radar contact. Level 1207, Atlanta Center closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Alright, we had a little peace and quiet.
Step Southwest closed. That's 12078 firm, Atlanta closed, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved, good day, Southwest closed. And that's actually 34, I guess I should have told you this earlier. Area of moderate to extreme precipitation, you're in from your present position all the way to your destination, top supported above flight level 310, advised any deviation. Looks like we're above it right now.
Zato says, hell, even 727 series performs in 24 is much better. I've never had an issue with that one. That one's not, that one's not overly performance heavy though. I mean, it's an old school with round gauges. Did you have issues with that one, Zato, in 2020?
At a 1405 area of moderate to extreme precipitation, 12 o'clock, 1 mile, sends the whole way to Atlanta, advised that a deviation, chop supported above flight level 310.
Loco, we seem like we're actually
Roger, and if you could give a guess to what it is, would you say like 2928?
Beautiful flight thus far, gents.
We're definitely
Thanks.
Jack Center, TBM 694, Papa Bravo name. Just get a pop-up to get into Savannah for ILS 1 Wave Charlie.
694 Papa Bravo,
let's
clear
step
to Savannah
outside,
Airport
shall we?
via present position direct, maintain 1000.
Clear direct, Savannah Airport, via direct, and down to 11,000 for 694 Papa Bravo.
Bravo, read back correct, squawk 4203.
4203 for 9 November, 4203.
Center 3178 at flight level 283, top still looking about 250.
Gotcha, thanks.
That's below, there were Watts 4, Hotel.
Man, I can't wait till the one airplane that I am
1887 Jackson, low
100% jonesing for, that any builds picked up,
164 at Hotel, Jackson,
is that Synaptic A220. Bro, I want me an A220 in a bad kind of way.
Frequency squawk 4261.
And since the last pictures, I ain't heard nothing about it since pretty much since Expo.
Clear one direct, 13,000.
And I'm hoping that that's coming real soon.
Hotel, read back correct, like 29, advise ready taxi, break American 1747, turn heading 330.
We're heading 220, 17%.
931 Echo Charlie, welcome to Panama City, taxi Delta ramp.
FedEx 224, Atlanta closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Frequency change approved for FedEx 234 Heavy. 78, same Mach number.
Greg says you and me both, except the next plane. Bro, I don't care what sim. Green said there was the developer working on 1.4X plane. I don't care at this point, bro. You know, at this point, knock on wood, both my sims are running perfect. I'll take what I can get, bro. I want me one in a bad kind of way, dog.
Next to Hotel Juliet, we are both ready to taxi short of Echo. Hotel Juliet, runway 29 taxi.
JJ says me too, really want their ACJ220 later on after release of the 300. I think that's the variant we get first.
Runway 29 follows the Baron.
I don't care what variant we get, bro. I just want to be a good A220, dog. I really do. I want to do some good Breeze Airways ops, some Air Canada ops. Bet the Hot Start 220 will be slick. I think Hot Start is doing a the Max right now, ain't they? Or is no, the Air 4 Labs is doing the Max, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think it's Air 4 Labs. Air 4 Labs, right, Greg? For the Max. Total Rico is the guy doing the 220, okay.
2000 total established, cleared RNAV, Yankee runway 3.
Do they have a Discord or any type of notification, Greg? Oh yeah, especially some Delta ops, bro. That's a given. That's by default. I ain't even got to mention Delta. Like,
Juliet, light runway heading, runway 29 clear for takeoff. Runway heading 29 clear for takeoff to Hotel Juliet.
Yeah, Air 4 Labs, okay.
We're for Hotel runway 29, let us wait.
Air 4 Labs is another developer that kind of really pissed me off. Like, I had their King Air for X-Plane 11. Hands down, study level, best King Air in the game. And damn it if I don't gotta rebuy it for 12. I mean, 50 bucks. They want for that daggone thing. And that kind of low-key, I was looking at it the other day. I was contemplating and I was like, yeah, nah, I ain't. But it hadn't been updated for 12 for so long that people was on the forums was complaining that they were just silent about the King Air. And they just recently released the update. I guess a couple of weeks ago, back when I said I was looking at it. They just released the update and I almost got it. I almost went ahead and bought it. I was just like, man, you know what?
We're 1,500 climbing.
Speaking of Hot Start, have they finished the TVM A50 for X-Plane 12? I don't even think they... Did they say they was working on it for 12? Because I have that thing and it's still not compatible.
Left 270, can I quite take 4 Hotel. Bearing 78, Atlanta Center closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Bearing 78, frequency change approved, see you. Yep.
Target level 6 going, I maintain flight level 400.
JJ says a while back he said it would come to 12 once the 220 was done. Also, Hot Start is doing the A220.
November 4 Hotel squawk mode normal, radar contact altitude.
Oh man, I know that 220 is going to be loved if Hot Start's doing it. Hot Start is probably one of my favorite X-Plane 12 developers. Their Challenger 650 is still bar none. It is not beaten. Oh, look at that aircraft right there.
Florence Airport. Sure, Florence Airport.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
We're just we would expect RNAV runway, correction, expect ILS.
But yeah, Hot Start is definitely still unbeaten as far as the BizJet game goes. Like it doesn't even matter to sim. There's no BizJet that can touch that Hot Start Challenger 650, which we gotta fly that thing soon.
233, descend to maintain 3000.
Yeah, we gotta fly that thing soon. It's been a little minute.
Atlanta Center closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. You're on 78 access.
D-Lee, welcome aboard. Welcome to the stream.
Number 4, Papa Bravo, turn left heading 200, descend to maintain 3000, vector final. 200 down to 3000 for vector 9, 4 Bravo, Papa Bravo. Spirit Wing 78, Jacksonville Center. Delta 1405, you up?
We're here. I think you actually handed him off already.
Forgot to remove from the tag. Delta 1405.
JJ says I can't imagine what that'll be like for that X-Plane 12 just for the Hot Star, but can never get a sim running right and looking good. Got spoiled with Microsoft and how easy it is. Yeah, I just got my X-Plane 12 back stable and running good. Maybe hit me up, bro. We can go through some settings and stuff.
Delta 1045% normal speed.
And get your tweaked up.
Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
It says, pretty sure you found me by watching the Challenger 650.
1045,
yeah, it's possible. I love that airplane, man. And to date, that airplane to date is still my most expensive add-on aircraft that I've ever purchased for the sim. That thing was like 116 bucks.
If you
Hot Start has posted screenshots of the development. As has Air4 Lab.
Southwest 3188, runway 35 left tag to be a Gulf.
Yeah, I need to find the Hot Start one on the 220.
American 1747 Jack, Center, you were calling? Oh, sorry, you were reading it back. My bad. Convoy 12.
Yeah, I'm with that, JJ. I'm definitely with that, brother. Like I said, hit me up whenever. I do a lot of flying offline too, bro. So we can test it out. I've never done it in the Challenger, so I don't know how the shared cockpit thing works over there. But, yeah, we can, do a couple flights and then maybe hop on the stream or something. That'll be pretty dope.
That's 2218 Atlanta closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved. Shuttle 1405 Atlanta Center closed, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Dark Knight, have a go.
Shuttle 233 descend to maintain 2000. 2000, level 233. Or 4 Papa Bravo at 3000, maintain 180 knots, turn 10 degrees left. 10 degrees left and at 3000, maintain 180 knots, 4 Papa Bravo. So Juliet Cross, Kazoo at 2000, at or above 2000.
Yeah, it says mine too, yeah, bro. 116 bucks. I ain't paid nowhere near that for no other add-on. Vaughn Williams, what's going on, Vaughn? Good to see you, bro. Welcome. It says I've only done one flight, but spent 20 plus hours on the ground messing with the system stuff. Yep, the Challenger will do that. He says, I flew the Phoenix in VR last night, Fort Lauderdale was epic. Yeah, I'm contemplating on whether I want to get a new headset. I've got the HP Reverb G2. I think a Windows Update bricked it, from what I was reading. So I'm low-key in the market, and I may end up getting the Pimax Crystal Light. a little sneak peek. I may be getting one from Pimax. They said that they were willing to send one out. I replied to the email, but I haven't heard back from them since then. But that was like a week or two ago. So maybe if I do get that crystal light for
turn right heading 275, maintain 180 turn off. Right turn
for some content, I may end up liking it and being good with that.
I'm going to be closing here in a bit, so unfortunately I'm able to work. Yeah, radar service terminated for Virginia Cruise. Yeah. Appreciate you. Have a good night, man. See you.
I have. Oh, okay. Captain Cook, what's going on, Captain Cook? Welcome aboard.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be closing here. Monitor seats out. It's 125.1.
Says a Southern Lovering voice. Appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you helping. I have a good one. See you later, Judge. Frontal tail, closing on monitor seats out. 125.1 tonight.
4090 and 14900K run smooth at 45 knots.
253, turn right heading 330 on the roll field, 3 o'clock, 7 miles port side.
Steam headset.
330, we have the field for the 233. 633, clear visual approach from like 35.
Yeah, Captain Cook, all of us kind of derived from XP in one way or another.
And at an 1887 across
I actually started streaming because of XP. But yeah, we most of us in here pretty much knows XP. He's a good friend of mine.
Turn right heading 270 to set of 18
says, yeah, just watched him. Yeah, he's probably just finishing up. Oh yeah, Greg says he's just done. Zato says departing out of Tampa, bound for Charlotte in the 727. Nice. Yeah, we gotta get that Super 27 on here. We've streamed the 727 multiple times here on the channel. It is one of my favorite retro aircraft to fly. They've since released the Super 27, which we have a copy of.
But
we haven't done the Super 27 yet. I don't know that he.
Target 1773, I'm closing up. Radar service terminated for extended proof.
I was going to say, I don't think that he released me yet.
4 Papa Bravo, turn off the Turvey, turn right heading 350, maintain 2000, clear ILS, runway 1 approach.
Got 0, maintain 2000, clear ILS, 1 approach, at 94 Papa Bravo.
And at 1887 me end approach, or sorry, me end power going to be closing here, monitor CSAP 124.9, or sorry, 118.3.
JJ, I feel the same way, but the E-Jets are actually pretty good, man. I haven't streamed it yet. It's coming. But the E-Jets are actually pretty good, man. Giving it a try in 24. JJ, the MD-11 works fine in 24. I fly it. I haven't flown it since the accident, though. But it works just fine in 24. I've got streams on it here as well. Captain Cook says enjoying flying the A330, but it can be a little buggy sometimes, yeah. Are you talking about the default 330, Cook? JJ says, once a month I talk myself out of buying the E-Jets. I want one so bad. Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's a good aircraft. It's worth it. If you can get past the VNAV issue. I mean, it gives you a calculator in the tablet, and you can work your top of descent out. You just monitor it. That's all. But I agree. I think that the VNAV should have been implemented. Alright, well, that's how cute. I think that you know, they keep teasing, oh, VNav is coming, vertical navigation, all of this. Like, it's BS. It irritates me. It definitely irritates me. But it is what it is. I think the aircraft though is low key. It's nice. I fly it, but I need to do a couple of test flights. But it is one of the aircraft that's slated to jump on a channel here. I'm thinking sometime this week, you know, honestly. We still need to plan up a couple more streams this week. We got our stream today. Friday we'll be live again for the FNO in my stomping grounds, featuring, you know, Washington Center in Boston. So that's taken care of. So we'll need, you know, 1 or 2 more streams for the week. And I know one of them was supposed to be regional pops. So I may do a CRJ/EJet stream with that. 100% Greg, X-Crafts, to the rescue. And there ain't no doubt about that one. If you're a dual simmer and you fly X-Plane as well, you may do better getting the X-Craft E175 because that thing is for the win-win. It says can't get over VNav, it's the principle. Yeah, I get it. I do get it. I feel your pain. I do. I really do. But once you fly it once or twice and you do your standard little calculation, see, at least they don't even make you do the math for it to figure out your descent, right? You just plug it into here. Hey, I want to be at this altitude, you know, by this waypoint. And it tells you how far from that waypoint you need to start your descent. They don't even make you do the math. So, I mean, at least they got that. It's doable. Instead of bugging, though, for your lowest altitude on your arrival, you just bug for your constraint. And then bug it again for your next constraint. I mean, most of the CRJs don't have VNav. That's how they got to do it in the CRJs. Unless you got, you know, special equipped ones with VNav. Like I fly the Aerosol CRJ with VNav equipped because it's an option on some CRJs. Well, it's an option for the airline rather. Dealey says you have a message from company. Not sure what you mean there, Dealey. JJ says, God damn it. Chat's moving. Oh, it's the testing. The 3 years straight, and their little testers to glaze over them. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that 100%. We talked to our IRL pilots. They don't even use the VNav IRL. You convinced me. Probably was stupid. It's a dive and drive with the real CRJ, yeah. Did somebody clear the message on the ECAM? What message? Oh. How do I even get to that? How do I get to my company messenger? I've never, I've seen that company message before, but how do I even get to it? Let's see, is it in here somewhere? Oh, it's just like the load sheet and stuff. I lied, I've seen this before. I don't really understand what the purpose of it is. I mean, like, I get it in the real sense, but I don't think we need all right, there we go, it's cleared. There you go, it's cleared. That OCD was getting to you, huh? All right, we got 200 miles until top of drop, boys. Looking good though. Yeah, I got one. I got a physical McDo. See, I just chose to do it that way because I was right there. We've got the One Wing McDo. Some of us have OCD about the message on the eCam. I got you. But I mean, hey, when I'm paying attention to y'all, I ain't paying attention to the eCam. Some people are the opposite. Some people pay attention to the plane and don't pay attention to chat. HD? Boy, you come in and say what's up to HD, it take him 3 hours. Oh, Leo, what's up, bro? Oh, man. It says, start your so one, you scoop the throttles, they're nice. Yeah, love the throttles, bro. I'm about to change my Airbus setup out though. I'm fixing to, Greg, you stupid. I'm fixing to get that Wing stuff probably here by the end of the month. My lady asked me what I wanted for my birthday. My birthday's the day after Christmas. So I'm like, yeah, Wing's got some stuff. Says, where's our boy, the crime fighter? I hadn't talked to him. Jay says, rather you miss top of descent because we're having a good convo than to be so wrapped up in the plane that you forget about chat. Absolutely, bro. And I agree with that. Like, I will say that sometimes y'all asses be in chat dead. And I get it. It happens sometimes. Sometimes I be in chats not saying nothing. But it's much easier to have fun and kick it when you guys are popping off in chat acting stupid. Man, look at the sea of clouds out there. Look at that. I think that's all for our ATC tonight. Yeah, Jack Center is all. They got a conga line going into Atlanta right now. But yeah, Jack Center is out. We're just to the west of Savannah, Georgia. Says plus makes for good entertainment for the dive down impossible go around, right? Oh man. You hit the nail on the head with that one. You know, earlier when I started streaming, I had a thing. I was like, I used to say, man, I don't do go-arounds on this channel. I don't do go-arounds, but now I'm more focused. I'm like, hey, is the approach stable? If not, you know, unless of course it's the second leg, it's late, I've got sent around, or you know, raped by ATC, back and forth, all types of stuff, and I'm just over it. You know, sometimes guys, I get to streaming and it'll be a kind of a long one, and as we near the end, bro, I'd be like, oh my God, why did I do 2 legs, or why did I do this, or why did I do that? Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes I'm just ready to get the hell off and go relax. It's tiring sometimes sitting in front of you guys for 4 and 5 hours, and then talking to ATC for 4 and 5 hours. It's tiring sometimes. So some of those go-arounds be like, man, yeah, I don't know, we're gonna put this thing down here, gentlemen. I'm tired. I'm ready to get the hell off of here. Right. Let's get this joint on the ground and call it a day. We're supposed to get a little snow tonight. They placed my kids on a 2-hour delay for school tomorrow. Where does Frontier park in Tampa? This is a real world flight, only it's done with a Neo. Let me see. I forgot where they park at. Where is this flight parked at? Let's see, KBWI, TPA. Real world flight is en route right now. Look at this. The real world flight is literally on the same path about where we're at. Oh, look at this, guys. Let me pop this up. That's pretty cool. How is this now? Why is it not showing? Alright, let's do this. Let's delete that. And let's just add a different window capture. Select choose. Yeah, here's a real live flight right now. 1537 at 36,000 feet. and they're pretty much exactly where we are right now, almost. They may be slightly behind us. But let's see, they're going to gate Echo 75. So we'll take their gate. Yeah, we'll take their gate. Yep, that's pretty much the same route we got. Turf State, Arson, Greensboro, 275, Tuffle, there's their transition into the dates too. Oh, they playing 38,000. It must be Rocky up there because they're at 36. I'm playing 36. But yeah, that's cool. So we're actually, this next waypoint here, we still got 122 miles until our top of descent. But, let's see, can I turn this guy on? Oh yeah, this waypoint here, BAAMF, that's our transition into the arrival. We're picking up some of these clouds and weather here. Take a look at our constraints here while we're at it. We don't have a lot of constraints on this star. We got literally 2 constraints to worry about all the way at the end, and that's 5,000. Unless we were landing south. But yeah, all right, that's cool. Just make sure the doors line up. Yeah, and those line up, so yeah. 111 miles until top of descent. I see there's a couple A330 drivers got the he's got the PMDG 737 in 24. I may watch that later, check it out and see what's new. That was an auto ATC. Advised us to cross Lane at 13,250 knots. Where the hell is Olane at? 13,250. Alright, so that brings our top of descent in about 50 miles. So we're looking at 63 miles until top of descent. So abide by the constraint that VetSim's Auto ATC just sent us. And that constraint was to be at Olane, which is along our arrival. We need to be at 13,250 knots, which is cool. Olane is right after we make that right turn, man. And so with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and get everything prepped up for our arrival here. Looking at the weather here in Tampa, winds are 110 at 7 knots, 10 statute mile visibility, broken at 14,000. Clouds also broken at 25,000. Temperatures 22, dew points 18, altimeter's reporting 29 or 9 or 8. So we'll get that put in our approach. 29 or 9 or 8. Temperature I said was 22. Wind 110 at 7. And our barrel is going to be 211 feet. All right, good. We got all of that put in. We're doing arrival perf here. 01 left. That's fine, good. We'll grab the METAR. Landing weight, we'll leave that blank for right now. We'll do auto brakes. We'll say auto brakes low. We'll do max reverse. Manual landing. Full flaps, auto throttle on. We'll get our landing weight here soon. We'll get a good estimate on our landing weight here. JJ says Captain Canada streamed it for almost 8 hours. Yeah, I mean you gotta help to build the hype. I'll probably fly it a good chunk. Now, get this, it's not the new version or whatever, but the current PMDG 7.3s do work in 24. There's a caveat to those aircraft though. In order to get it to work, you have to spawn on the runway with the aircraft running. Go into your FMC, click cold and dark, and then if you use GSX, then go to GSX and select whatever gate you want to jump to. I've got a stream on it. It works just fine. There's nothing broken in there except for a couple of little graphical features on the moving map of the EFB. It works just fine. So if you guys can't wait for PMDG, that is a way that you can at least fly and work around for it HX1024. I'm a busting BizJet guy so you can wait. Yeah, I get it. I like everything, man. I love Boeings. I love Airbuses. I've been flying Airbus for the last few days. Like I said, we flew 2 days in a row, back-to-back sectors from DC to Chicago. So I flew one day, well, one evening, DC to Chicago and back, and then the next day I did the same leg. Just relearning the FS Labs because it's been a minute since I've flown it. Like I said, it was originally supposed to be the FS Labs on this flight, but they didn't have a Frontier Airlines livery. So I opted to just go with the Phoenix. But we'll definitely probably be pulling the FS Labs out here at some point soon. Alright, so we go medium. We'll reset MCP down to 13,000. Should have seen Canada land in the 737 to Chicago. It was pouring snow. Barely saw the runway before minimums. Nice. I love those kinds of approaches, man. That's why I flew up there back to back, because the weather was really crappy. Losing my damn cut. All right, 10 out, till top of drop for our initial descent here, rather. And we do have a 2-knot tailwind coming in on one left. Should still be fine though. Runways haven't swapped over or nothing like that. 2-knot tailwind with a 7-knot crosswind from the right. Four miles until top of Drizop. there we go, boys. On the way down the hill. Figure out why my radio panel doesn't change my frequencies anymore in the Fenix. It only does it in the Fenix. But it'll change my transponder, it'll change everything else except for my COM 1 and COM 2. Let's get the safety belts on. You guys in the back. Another automated universal announcer message coming up. Again, I don't know why that daggone thing.
Armrests down and window blinds open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, magazines that you do not want to keep. The toilets are no longer in service. Thank you. Tray tables must be stowed. Armrests down, window blinds open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened, ready for landing. Please help us by handing in any rubbish, newspapers, magazines that you do not want to keep. The toilets are no longer in service. Thank you.
Alright, coming through flight level 210. On the way down the hill. There's Olean on 13,250. And we know our bottom altitude is 5, so we'll reset that. Let's put you back into manage heading. Alright, we're looking good, gents. 2,000 feet until transition. Again, the altimeter here is what we got. 29er 8. Just me, HD. Just me, brother. According to my knowledge. Captain Cook says nighttime flights are good in 24. Love when it's raining or snowing too. Yeah, I absolutely love night flights in 24 over 2020. 100% agree with you. All right, we'll go 29er 8. Set on both sides. I think we still doggone might miss that 13,000. We're higher profile right now. That's cool. We ain't got no ATC on. Bottom altitude is 5. We'll get that. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. It says we're going to level off right there at the waypoint, so we'll see. But we'll get it. That's what that little squiggly line is right there. That just disappeared. We'll dump out some brakes to help us. To help get the nose, keep the nose down as well while we attain the 250 knots. We might just make it. All right, once we make our turn here, get below 10,000. We'll get an accurate reading on our weight here. Finish planning our landing perf. That wasn't the turn I was referencing to though. Alright, let's swap over. I know it's a little soon. 119.5 is Tampa CTAF. We'll listen out for any area traffic here. We'll call our initial call once we pass overhead dates. And coming back to the left to enter pretty much an extended right downwind. It says, do you own a Gigabyte's, I guess that's what you mean, DD, Gigabyte's MDW? I swear since it's been 2024 compatible, I can't get the terminals to show up, just jetways. Before it was pink textures, now it's nothing. I reinstalled. Honestly, I don't know. I can't remember. But I do know that Gigabyte is I like his sceneries, but I don't at the same time. They're usually overly complicated and not really optimized. Performance sucks. I own a couple of his airports in Japan. I own pretty much, I want to say I think I own all of his airports. But I don't know that I have Midway. Yeah, I don't know that I have Midway. But I do know that they're hella unoptimized, though. I will say that. And they look nice, but hella unoptimized. Alright, coming up on 10,000 feet here. We'll make our initial call here at Dades. Again, it's a little far out, but I just want to make sure that any area traffic is aware of our presence. When I use this DCA with the city pack, my son begging for his life. So I think I just have the airport in there. I don't have his city pack because I agree with you on that. Even my computer. I just have his airport in there. Alright, 10,000. Wing lights, landing lights can come through the on. Tampa traffic, Frontier Flight 1286 overhead Dades. That's 9,500, ascending via the Dades 2 arrival. We're expecting the ILS runway 01 left, Lagoo transition. Tampa traffic.
Cabin crew must now be seated for landing. Thank you.
City pack looks good while flying around. MH60, I can't throw much more at it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I really get it. That's why I said, man, his packs, you know, there's a way to go in and turn some of the stuff off like you can do with the any build sceneries. But yeah, his packs, man, are just, it's just, I even have problems with his packs in X-Plane. And from what I understand, and I can only imagine it be the same thing, right? So in X-Plane, the way that he designs his taxi routes, they're by nodes, right? So you in a program called WED in X-Plane, you kind of place your nodes and that's your path. So if you have, well, that's where your taxi line center is. If you have like a 90-degree right turn, right, and you placing your nodes, because you want the path to be kind of like curved, you know, and it looked decent, you'll use more nodes in the curve, but that's like extra computing that you don't need. There are other developers that figured out how to draw a nice, sexy curve without adding a bunch of nodes, compromising performance. Well, in X-Plane, that's how he does it. And it's the same thing. I forgot who was telling me that. One of my X-Plane guys was talking about that, but that's the issue. And I'm wondering if it's similar in Microsoft when he's designing his airports, because most of his airports for me are like absolute trash on the performance, with the exception of DCA for me. And I can't remember everything I did to my DCA, but I know one of the things was I took out that CD pack. Yeah, I think I took out that CD pack. Alright, so we are pretty much in a long extended right downwind now as we come on down through 7,200 feet. So we'll go out the jet stream and then make a direct to Lagoon. There's somebody calling out now. I'm not sure what airport he said though. I didn't hear a Tampa in there. All right, so real quick on the brief, we're gonna be shooting the ILS runway 01 left. We're transitioning into that initial approach fix of Lagoon. That puts us on a 13-mile final. Missed approach procedures: climb to 500 and a climb and left turn to 2000. Direct Petersburg VOR and hold. Continue to climb in the hold to 2000. Actually, we will left crosswind, left downwind back into the pattern. Is what we'll do. Or maybe we'll fly out to Petersburg. It's right there. That'll give us some nice spacing if we need to go around. Downtown Tampa coming up on the right wing. What I can do really quick is get my gate set up. We're looking for Echo 5. No, correction, Echo 75. So we'll see Tampa, select from map. And where is Echo 75? Oh, it doesn't say Echo, it just says gate numbers. So let's see, that's A. Okay, E is here. Let's see, what is it? 68, 69, 71. 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. Got me back up in the corner. All right, and we're looking for ASIG, Aircraft Services International Group, my old company. All right, let's jump back up front here. Speed's down now, 210, gives us our constraint. And we'll swap you over now so we don't forget. Tampa traffic, Frontier Flight 1286. Right downwind for the ILS runway 1 left approach, Lagu, approach transition, Tampa. All right, Lagu wants us at 2600. So we will bug for 2600. And we'll get ready to start down here in a second once we pass our next constraint, 5,210. So we're good there. HD says, home airport, make sure you get a solid landing. Alright, bro. Alright, I got you, bro. Currently doing a flight to Hong Kong. Doing a flight to Hong Kong, Kai Tak. Going to be a challenge. I need to get that airport. I'd like to fly in there one of these days. Alright, we'll get the landing system on here. On both sides. Approach phase has been activated already. 135 is going to be our VREF speed here. Let's go direct Lagu. Insert that. 2600. We'll manage to send that.
Cabin crew must now be seated for landing. Thank you.
And we'll go flaps 1.
Hi, Captain. The cabin is now secure for landing.
Beautiful Tampa. Beautiful Tampa. Look at those wetlands down there. Spoilers. Nice intercept course will arm the approach. Going on the range. Tampa traffic, Frontier Flight 1286, right base to final, direct Lagoon. Initial approach fixed for the ILS runway 01 left approach, Tampa. Alright, gang. Try to make this a good one for HD. We're looking at exiting at Whiskey 6 as an exit stage right, high speed. And we'll plan a taxi Whiskey 6, Victor 5, Victor into airside Foxtrot. Left turn up into our gate all the way back into Kona. Man, it's such a beautiful approach. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, there's the intercept, gentlemen. Locust alive. We also have the glide. Back to our charts here really quick. We're looking for 2,000. We'll reset the altitude to 2,000. That's going to be our go-around altitude here. Runway is in sight. There's a story out of Tampa. Airplane landed here. I think it was a BizJet. Thought they were landing at Tampa just a few days ago. $11 miles out. Tampa traffic, Frontier Flight 1286, 10.5 mile final, ILS, runway 01 left approach, Tampa.
America 1773, 6 miles, 1 right, Tampa.
Somebody's on a 6 mile final. Let's see if we can spot him. I ain't got him on TK. Oh, there he is. Parallel coming into this joint. We got a parallel coming into this joint just about. All right, let's go flaps 2. Look at that. We are looking good, gentlemen. Speed's coming back nicely.
1,000.
1,000 foot check. Last notch of flaps. Spoilers armed, all green, no blue. 4 miles. Tampa traffic, Frontier Flight 1286, short final, 4 mile final. ILS runway 01 left approach, Tampa. All right, we're getting ready to take over here, gents.
$500.
All right, I have the aeroplane.
minimum.
Continue.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. 5.
Not bad. Just what we briefed. Whiskey 6 here.
On behalf of your flight crew and Frontier Airlines, welcome. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened and all your carry-on stowed. And the aisles clear until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. Be careful when opening overhead bins as items tend to shift during flight. You may now turn off game or airplane mode on your personal electronic devices and use your cell phones if they are available to you at your seat. And as you're checking that seat back pocket for your personal items, if you would do us a favor and place any trash that you find there on your seat. This will help us get the aircraft ready for its next departure. Customer service agents will be available in the gate area to answer any questions that you have concerning connections or baggage claims.
Type of traffic, Frontier Flight 1286. Clear of 01 left at Whiskey 6. We'll be taxiing to Airside Echo via Whiskey into Victor 3 into the ramp. Type of traffic.
We've enjoyed our flight with you today, and thanks for choosing Frontier Airlines.
Alright, gents, welcome to Tampa. Oh, snap. I don't have my Tampa scenery put in here. I just realized I got default daggum buildings. Oh, man, how did I screw that up? Oh, that sucks. That absolutely sucks. Y'all know me. I ain't like Zato, bro. I like to meet some scenery. I cannot believe I did not check that I had Tampa installed. Dang. Alright, APU's coming up anyways. Not a bad approach in line. That was an absolutely stunning approach. Beautiful approach. Not gonna hold you on that. Yeah, it definitely looks like the projects. It looks like the projects, bro. Oh man, it looks like that because this is a default daggum airport. Speaking of which, I don't even know. Is this my turn? Yeah, this is my turn. I don't even know if my daggum gate. See, that's what happens when you try to get home from work and rush. Valanta told me I had my Tampa installed, but I guess not. I don't know what this guy is doing. If he's in a parking spot or what. Oh man. Pulling up to the hood. Either way, gents. Welcome to Tampa International. I don't know whether that guy's in a parking spot or I guess that's 74. Yeah, I see my stuff there. Okay, there's my marshaller there. You know, for as good as Microsoft scenery looks, their default airports are trash. And I don't get why they couldn't photogrammetry some of the airports. But I guess that leaves out the third-party developers if you do that. But it's like all of the default airports look like after they're going high-rise apartment buildings. Either way, we here. This is what we got. All right, let's go set parking brakes. Parking brakes are set. APU APU bleed and APU is on. That is fine. We'll go ahead and find my fuel control switches here. Cut off 1 and 2. Beacon light off.
Flight attendants, clear doors for arrival and cross call. Flight attendants, clear doors for arrival and cross call.
Ladies and gentlemen, when disembarking, please take care and hold on to the handrails while walking down the stairs. Please ensure that
It's
you
bad,
supervise your
Greg. It's
children,
bad.
and for your own safety, do not walk underneath the wing.
Oh man. All right, let's see while we get hooked up here. Let's see. We'll complete the flight on Volanta. We got a -109 on that. Not bad at all. I'll take it. I will take it indeed. I don't guess we're gonna. All right, yeah, let's do this. Let's I'm gonna just kill GSX if it'll let me. Yeah, we'll go restart, and then I'm gonna come here and try to get everything closed. And let's run some. Let's run some replays on that. Let's just get all this stuff closed here and we'll run some replays. That was a beautiful doggone approach. HG says, alright gents, thanks for flying into Tampa. Hey, no problem, bro. Anytime. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Let me just make sure everything is closed up here. Alright, cool. We're going to get our lights and stuff back on. I'm going to close you out. Close you out.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
And then I want to actually completely exit you so you don't be doing stuff. Exit you as well. Alright, all lights are back on. We're good there. We're gonna just get our switches back on and let's stop the recording here. Maybe everything will sync up if we do it like that.
Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Alright, looks like engines are coming back up, so that's good. Alright, let's fast forward here. See if we can fast forward here. And get us a I think the engines are coming back. Are my flaps gonna extend? Are the flaps not synced? Alright, either way, let's get some tunes on. Absolutely enjoyed it. Beautiful arrival into Tampa. We'll get that out of your ways. So yeah, we'll be back probably Wednesday. We'll probably come back Wednesday. Not sure the route yet, but we'll do something. Not sure the make, model, nothing. But we'll do something. I know we're gonna be back Friday as well for the FNO. That's in my hometown, my stomping ground. But as always, I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with us. We are 3,600 now. We've kind of hit a bloom the last couple of days, last week or so, as far as the support for the channel. So to each and every one of you that's here, that's maybe new here, enjoying the content, we'd love to have you. Consider subscribing to the channel. If you haven't already done so, the link to my Discord is in the description of this stream. Just click on it, join up there. That's the best way to keep up to date with what we got going on and to hang out with myself and other ones of my comrades of the community. HD Sim, appreciate you. Mr. Greg Hill, JJ, appreciate you. Captain Cook, appreciate all of you guys. Gary Shepard, D. Lee, appreciate you as well. Zato, as always, brother. Vaughn Williams, appreciate your support. Spawn and Selman, as always, appreciate you as well, brother. Gia, my DMV brother, appreciate you. Faison, thank you for the support, my friend. Yusuf, can't forget you. SNA Aviation, appreciate you as well, my friend. Adeliz, good to see you again. Retired firefighter was in the house, appreciate you. Peter, what is that? Caruso, appreciate you as well. Can't forget any of you guys. But we appreciate all of you. Appreciate you boys for hanging out on this beautiful Monday night. We will look, like I said, to be back on Wednesday. Not sure what we'll be in, but we'll try to have that stream up tomorrow night for you guys. Give you guys advance notification. And it could be another Airbus. I want to get that FS Labs some time, or we could possibly do some regional ops. I'm not sure, but either way, we'll be back. We'll get a couple more angles here of this beautiful approach into my boy HD's hometown, his home airport, that is. And look how the Phoenix reopens the damn doors. I tell you, the automation sometimes. Yeah, the Phoenix doesn't do well in replay mode here. I may try out, what is that other one, Sky Dolly? A lot of people use. I may try that out again. Because this embedded flight control replay is screwing up. Beautiful approach, though. Can't thank you guys enough for the support and helping us to almost reach 4,000 subs. 4,000 is the magic goal that we're looking for now. That we done met our 3,500 goal. Little early on the flare. A little much on the flare as well. But not bad. Considering the bus is one of my weaker aircraft types, if I'm being honest. Alright, we're going to take off drone follow mode here. We're going to get us a nice side of the runway shot here. And let's send it back. Alright, we'll play it from there, guys. So yeah, without further ado, man, I appreciate you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you on Wednesday. And I hope that you have a great start to your week as well. Stay blessed, stay up, and always do something you're passionate about. Your boy Leo, signing off. See ya. Feason, no, I did not get a copy of the 738 from Microsoft. For 24, I didn't even try. There's bigger fish out there than me that didn't even get copies, so yeah, I didn't even try. See, now my daggone gears and drone cam wasn't even wanting to sync up.